Hello all, welcome to the lecture series on partial differential equations. We are learning about how to find the solutions of first order partial differential equations. In the last class, we discussed about the linear partial differential equations of first order, which is also called as Lagrange's linear equation. What do you mean by a linear partial differential equation of first order? Where the first order partial derivative is a differential equation which contains first order partial derivatives P and Q. What is P? P is dou z by dou x and Q is dou z by dou y. So a partial differential equation which contains first order partial derivatives with degree 1, which are not the terms P, Q and Z are not multiplied with each other. Such a differential equation is said to be a linear partial differential equation of first order. What is its general form? P into capital P plus Q into capital Q is equals to R is the general form of first order linear partial differential equation. This is called Lagrange's linear equation. And how do we obtain solution for this partial differential equation? The general solution is of the form phi of u comma v is equals to 0, where u and v are two independent solutions of this equation. So to find these two independent solutions, we first consider the auxiliary equations which are given by dx by p is equals to dy by q is equals to dz by r. Now, either by grouping these two, the terms in the auxiliary equation, we can find the two independent solutions. If grouping is not possible, we go for the multipliers, method of multipliers. In the last class, we discussed the solutions of first order partial differential equation using method of grouping. So now we move for the method of multipliers also whenever. So now this is an example problem. Solve the partial differential equation y square into p minus xy into q is equals to x into z minus 2y. What is this? What are these p and q here? P is dou z by dou x and q is dou z by dou y. Now see if this is a linear differential equation of first order. This is linear. This is of first order because we have only p and q. The degree of p and q is 1, and because p, q and z are not multiplied with each other, this is a linear partial differential equation. Moreover, this is of the form p into capital P plus q into capital Q is equals to R. That is Lagrange's form of equation. So we consider the subsidiary equations or auxiliary equations and we find the solution for this partial differential equation. So, the given PDE, that is partial differential equation, is of the form P into P plus Q into Q is equals to R, where P is equal to capital P is the quotient of P, small p, the quotient of dou z by dou x is y square. Q is equals to quotient of Q, dou z by dou y, which is minus xy. Don't skip the sign here. Q is equals to minus xy. And R, the right hand side term, is x into z minus 2y. So first let us write the subsidiary equations or auxiliary equations for this. The auxiliary equations are dx by p is equal to dy by q is equal to dz by r. So if we substitute the function values of p, q and r here, we get dx by y square is equal to dy by minus xy is equals to dz by x into z minus 2y. Now observe these auxiliary equations and check whether you can group any of the two terms of these auxiliary equations, and so that you can take the x terms towards one side or y terms towards one side, and then check if you can directly integrate and find the solution. So here if you see, we have dx by y square is equals to dy by minus xy here. If we equate these two terms, the y in the denominator can be cancelled and this remaining y can be taken towards dy and x towards dx, so that the variables are separated and can be integrated directly. So to find the first solution, we consider these two equations. Consider dx by y square is equals to dy by minus xy. Cancel y in the denominator, then we have dx by y is equal to dy by minus x. Now cross multiplying we get x dx is equals to minus y dy. If we integrate both sides, integral of x is x square by 2 is equals to minus integral of y is y square by 2, and if this minus y square by 2 comes to right left hand side, it is plus y square by 2 is equals to c1, or x square plus y square is equals to 2c1 or any other constant. So this is the first solution obtained from the auxiliary equation. Now we will try for the other one. What else do we can equate here? So if we equate 1 and 3, there is no chance for simplification here. But when we equate these 2 and 3, x can be cancelled, and let us check whether we can separate and integrate directly. Otherwise we go for multipliers. Okay, now let us consider these two terms. Consider dy by minus xy is equals to dz by x into z minus 2y. Now we can cancel x here, and let us see what is remained. dy by minus y is equal to dz by z minus 2y. Now we cannot directly integrate here because z and y terms are not separated. So what do? We just cross multiply and check whether we can simplify it further. So cross multiplying we get z dy minus 2y dy is equal to minus y dz. That gives y dz minus y dz, when it comes to left hand side becomes y dz plus z dy. Okay, we got some clue here. We have y into dz plus z into dy. Y into derivative of z plus z into derivative of y. This we can write it as derivative of y into z. Look here, look at this term. Y into derivative of z plus z into derivative of y is derivative of y into z. So these two terms can be written as derivative of y into z. And what do we left with? Minus 2y dy. There is extremely no problem with this term because it involves only y terms and we have dy here. So we can happily integrate this. So this, the first term can be written as derivative of yz. Derivative of yz is y into derivative of z plus z into derivative of y minus 2y dy is equals to 0. Is equal to 0. Now let us integrate both sides. Integral and derivative goes off, will remain with yz, and integral of y with respect to dy is y square by 2. Now integrating both sides, what do we get? Derivative of yz. Integral of derivative of yz gives yz minus 2 into integral of y is y square by 2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled, is equals to c2. So yz minus y square is equals to c2, or y into z minus y is equals to c2. This is the second solution, whereas the first solution we obtained it as x square plus y square is equals to c1 or 2c1. These are two independent solutions. Therefore, what is the general solution now? The general solution for the given PDE is phi of u, that is x square plus y square, comma v, that is y into z minus y is equal to 0, where phi is an arbitrary function. This is the general solution of this given PDE. So here for the first set we used a method of grouping, and for the second one we simplified and then we integrated. Now let us see what is method of multipliers. It depends on a simple elementary fact that whenever we have the ratios a1 by a1, a to b1 is equals to a2 by b2 is equal to a3 by b3, then for any values of L1, L2, L3, this ratio is equals to L1A1 plus L2A2 plus L3A3 by L1B1 plus L2B2 plus L3B3. Any set of L1, L2, L3 holds this equation true. So for example, I take A1 by B1 as 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is equals to 4 by 6 and it equals to 12 by 18. All the three ratios have same value. This is A1 by B1, A2 by B2, A3 by B3. Now choose any set of L1, L2, L3. Then this combination, the ratio of these combinations is again equal to the same value, same fraction. So you take any set of L1, L2, L3. For example, here I take 2 as L1, 2 into 2 and say 3 as L2 and 1 as L3. So L1 A1 plus L2 A2 plus L3 A3 by L1 B1, that is 2 into 3 plus 3 into 6 plus 1 into 18. Check what is its value. Check whether this ratio is equals to 2 by 3 or not. This is 4. 4 plus 12, 16. 16 plus 12 is 28 divided by, this is 18 plus 18 is 36. 36 plus 6 is 42. 28 by 42 is again equals to 2 by 3. 14 2s and 14 3s. So the ratio is again equals to 2 by 3. In fact, here I took 2, 3 and 1 as L1, L2, L3. It holds for any values of L1, L2 and L3. You can check that. So these L1, L2, L3 are called multipliers. So basing on this fact, now we develop a procedure to find a solution from the auxiliary equation. What are our auxiliary equations? Is dx by p is equals to dy by q is equal to dz by r. So basing on this elementary fact, we can write this ratio as L1 into dx plus or L dx plus m dy plus n dz, where L, m, n are multipliers. L into capital P plus m into capital Q plus n into r. This holds for any value of L, m and n. You can take any integer values of L, m and n. Now, to find the solution from this set of auxiliary equations, we choose the multipliers L, m, n such that we choose the multipliers L, m, n such that L into P plus m into Q plus n into R is equals to 0. What happens if this is 0? Say this ratio is equals to K. The value of this ratio is equals to K. Then what do we get from this? L dx plus m dy plus n dz is equals to K into LP plus MQ plus NR. But what is value of LP plus MQ plus NR? We are choosing L, M, N such that this value is equals to 0. So this is equal to 0. So we got L dx plus N dy plus N dz is equals to 0. Now we integrate this to find the solution for the given partial differential equation. This is the method of multipliers. It is based on this fact. So how do we choose multipliers? We choose the multipliers L, M, N such that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R is equals to 0. So that L dx plus M dy plus N dz is equals to 0. Now integrating this equation, we can find one solution. Okay, this is method of multipliers. We apply this procedure whenever grouping is not possible. So see this problem. Here we are asked to solve the partial differential equation P into x minus Q into y is equals to y square minus x square. So it is clearly a Lagrange's linear equation. First, it is linear because we have PQ, because PQ and Z are not multiplied. It is linear differential equation which is of the form capital P into P plus capital Q into Q is equals to R. The given PDE is of the form P into P plus Q into Q is equals to R, which is a first order linear partial differential equation. So to solve this equation, we consider the auxiliary equations. The auxiliary equations are dx by P. What is P here? Capital P is x, capital Q is minus y, and R is equal to y square minus x square. So auxiliary equations are dx by P is equal to dy by Q is equal to dz by R. That is dx by P is x is equal to dy by what is Q? Q is minus y is equal to dz by R. R is y square minus x square. So these are auxiliary equations. Now if you look at these auxiliary equations, we try to find two independent solutions. U of xyz is equal to C1 and V of xyz is equal to C2. Now check whether we can group the terms and directly integrate to find at least one solution. Otherwise we go for multipliers, method of multipliers. But we have an option here. It is dx by x is equal to dy by minus y. Completely x terms towards left hand side and y terms towards right hand side. Therefore we can directly integrate and find at least one solution. Then we search for the second solution again. So for time being we consider dx by x is equal to dy by minus y. Now integrate both sides. Integrating both sides, integral of 1 by x is log x is equal to integral of 1 by y is log y plus, let us take integration constant as log c1. Log x is equal to minus log y can be taken towards left hand side. Log x plus log y becomes log xy. Log xy is equal to log c1, so that xy is equal to c1 is one of the solution. So from these two terms we obtain one solution. Now check whether you can equate any other two terms and can directly integrate and find the solution. So let us see 1 and 3 we cannot simplify. Even 2 and 3 also we cannot simplify. So we will go for method of multipliers. How do we choose multipliers? Such that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R is equals to 0. Such that we have to choose L, M and N. L, M and N can be functions of X, Y and Z. So say the option L is equal to X, so that we get X square here. M is equals to Y, so that we get Y square here. And if we add this with y square minus x square, then it becomes 0. So for the second solution, we choose the multipliers. Choose multipliers as L is equals to x, M is equals to y and N is equals to 1. So that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R is equals to x into what is P? X plus y into M is y, Q is minus y plus N is 1 into R. R is y square minus x square. So this gives x square minus y square plus y square minus x square is equal to 0. Therefore LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0. So that what happens? L into dx plus M into dy plus N into dz is equals to 0. Therefore you can write here. So remember the first solution, it is xy is equal to c1. So because LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0, here we get L dx plus M dy plus N dz is equal to 0. That is x dx plus what is N? Y. Y dy plus N dz. N is 1 into dz is equal to 0. Now see whether you can directly integrate this or you can combine the terms. Here we can directly integrate because integral of x dx is x square by 2. Integral of y dy is y square by 2. Integral of 1 dz is z. So we can directly integrate now. Integrating both sides, we get integral of x dx is x square by 2 plus integral of y dy is y square by 2 plus integral of 1 dz is z is equals to c2. This is the second solution. Therefore, first solution is xy is equal to c1 and second solution is this one. Therefore, the general solution is given by phi of xy comma x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z is equal to 0, where phi is an arbitrary function. So for the second solution here we choose the multipliers such that LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0. This we have to find it by trial and error method. We have to search for different options such that LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0. So that we can write LDX plus MDY plus MDZ is equal to 0. Substitute LM and L. Check whether you can directly integrate or you have to group the terms and simplify and then integrate. Now the next problem is solve the partial differential equation y minus z into p plus x minus y into q is equal to z minus x. First check whether it is linear partial differential equation or not. So here it is linear because the degree of p and q is 1 and p, q and z are not multiplied. Therefore this is linear, which is of the form that capital P into P plus capital Q into Q is equals to R. The given differential equation is of the form P into P plus Q into Q is equals to R, where capital P is y minus z, Q is equal to x minus y and R is equals to z minus x. Now we write the auxiliary equations. The auxiliary equations are dx by p is equal to dy by q is equal to dz by r. Now let us substitute p, q and r. P is y minus z is equal to dy by q is x minus y is equal to dz by r. R is z minus x. So these are auxiliary equations. Now check we can group the terms in the auxiliary equation and see whether we can directly integrate or not. May not be possible because if we group any of the two terms here, either 1 2 or 2 3 or 1 3, we cannot simplify and we cannot directly integrate. So method of grouping is not possible to find at least one solution. So we have to go for method of multipliers. In method of multipliers, we should choose the multipliers L, M, N such that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R is equal to 0. We should get two sets of such multipliers because we need two solutions here, two independent solutions. So let us think for the first set of multipliers. How can LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0? I could find one option that if L is 1, M is 1, N is 1, LP plus MQ plus NR minus x plus x minus y plus y minus z plus z is equal to 0. So we first choose the set of multipliers as, choose the first set of multipliers. Multipliers as L is equals to M is equals to N is equal to 1. Then what happens to LP plus MQ plus NR? This is 1 into P is y minus z plus 1 into x minus y plus 1 into z minus x, which is equal to 0. Therefore LP plus MQ plus NR is 0 and hence by the above explanation which we have discussed already, what do we get? LP plus MQ plus NR is equals to 0. So if this is 0, we get L into dx plus m into dy plus n into dz is equal to 0. That means L is 1. So dx, m is also 1, dy plus n is also 1, dz is equal to 0. So dx plus dy plus dz is equal to 0. Now integrating we get 1 dx, integral of 1 dx is x plus integral of 1 dy is y plus integral of z dz is equal to z is equal to c1. So this is first solution from the auxiliary equations. So try for the second set of multipliers. You may think that we can take L is equal to m is equal to n is equal to 2. So that again 2 into y minus z plus 2 into x minus y plus 2 into z minus x is again 0. So we get 2 dx plus 2 dy plus 2z dz is equal to 0, and integrating we get 2x plus 2y plus 2z is equal to c1, which is again the same solution. So the obtained solutions are not independent. We need two independent solutions. So you cannot take L is equal to m is equal to n is equal to 2 or any other a. So we have to try for another new set of multipliers from which we get an independent solution with this. Now let us search for another set of multipliers. 1, 1, 1 is over. We try for another set of multipliers. You just think, what can we take? So we can take L as x, m as y and n as z. Let us check that. So now choose multipliers as L is equal to x, m is equal to y and n is equal to z, and let us check whether LP plus MQ plus NR is equals to 0 or not. What is LP plus MQ plus NR? X into y minus z plus y into x minus y plus z into z minus x is equal to xy minus xz plus yx. What did we get here? X minus y. Is this really x minus y? Did I write correctly? Dy by x minus y. Yes, dy by x minus y. So if we choose y here, m as y, we cannot cancel this z square minus zx. Of course, xy is not cancelled. Minus xz is not cancelled. So we failed here with this set of multipliers. This does not work. So we will just change this. We take m is equals to z and n is equals to y here. Now let us check whether it is 0 or not. Z and y. We have to go for trial and error. We have to check different options such that LP plus MQ plus NR becomes 0. So this gives xy minus xz plus zx minus zy plus yz minus yx minus xy plus xy minus xz plus xz minus zy plus yz. It becomes 0. Therefore, LP plus MQ plus NR is equals to 0. Therefore, from this we can write L into dx plus m into dy plus n into dz is equal to 0. That is, L is x dx plus m is z dy plus n is y dz is equal to 0. Now check whether you can integrate directly or you need to group the terms. This is x dx. And here this we can integrate, no problem. But here we have z into dy plus y into dz. Z into derivative of y plus y into derivative of z is derivative of yz. So we cannot directly integrate here. We have to group these two terms and we write it as derivative of yz. This is x dx plus derivative of yz is equals to 0. Now we integrate both sides. Integrating both sides we get integrating, we get integral of x dx is x square by 2 plus integral and derivative cancels and we have yz is equal to c2. This is second solution. What is the first solution we obtain? X plus y plus z is equal to c1. Therefore, the general solution is phi of x plus y plus z, comma x square by 2 plus yz is equal to 0, where phi is an arbitrary function. Here we obtain the two solutions, independent solutions using method of multipliers. Finding method of multipliers is very important there, that you can get by practicing several problems. This because this is trial and error. We have to check different options for L, M, N such that LP plus MQ plus NR is equal to 0. This can only be obtained when you practice several problems on this method. Thank you for watching this video. Do practice the problems. Thank you.